Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Kate, and yeah, today is definitely a video. It's a different style of video for me. It's a sit down video, so I mostly do like vlogs and that kind of thing. I occasionally do a sit down video, but I never thought I'd be filming a sit down video about, you know, things to do to keep you busy, or, you know, something to do with quarantine. So I never thought we would ever go through something like this. So it's definitely like really different, but you know, you just got to make the best of your situation, and that's really what I have been trying to do. And that's what a ton of my tips and everything that I do daily that kind of like helps me feel like this is normal life and it's not like you're super quarantined and everything like that. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna jump right into everything that I do to like kind of keep myself sane and everything like that. So yeah. So the first thing that I do is literally essential, because if I do not do this, I literally will get a huge migraine and everything like that. And I'm sure you guys are the exact same as me. So my first tip is to definitely to do a daily walk. Try and walk for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes if you can. You know, if you can push it more than that, sure, go for it. But yeah, definitely do a daily walk. That has been something that's really been helping me, because it just gets you some fresh air. And I just think that's so important, because I feel like whenever I have those days where I'm cooped up inside, I get no fresh air. I just feel like I get migraines and everything like that. And you don't want to be sitting on your phone and like watching TV, which is what everyone is doing in quarantine. I feel like my phone time has gone up so much. I got the little notification from Apple letting me know my phone usage or my screen time went up by 30% last week because we were quarantined, and I was like, well, that is to be expected. So yeah, definitely try and get outside, you know, get yourself moving if you can. Obviously, if you're a person who likes to run, then go for a run. I am not a runner. I do not enjoy running. So yeah, my boyfriend and I, Justin, we go for a walk daily. It gets us both outside, gets us some fresh air. Sometimes we bring a little soccer ball and we kick it around like a little field or something like that. So that's kind of what we've been doing, and it just gets us out and about and just, you know, makes you feel so much better. So that is one thing that we literally have been doing since even before quarantine, but it's something that we really make sure that we do now that we're locked inside together in a small apartment. So yeah. So yeah. And then definitely the number 2 tip is just to work out daily. So I've been doing this. You don't have to work out 7 days a week. I've been trying to work out like 5 to 6 times a week, which is definitely way more than I normally would. But that's because I'm not cooped up all day and like sitting around, and I feel like I've just been sitting around so much. And so yeah, I just make sure that I work out for at least half an hour a day. And yeah, I've just been following along with YouTube videos, and I can link some of my favorite ones below. I've been doing a ton of Pilates workouts, which is something I haven't done in years. Like I haven't done that since high school. So usually I'm in the gym, like lifting weights and that sort of thing, but the gyms are closed. Even we have a little gym in our apartment that has been closed too, and obviously that makes sense and it's the safest thing to do. So definitely just do an at-home workout. I have 0 weights in my apartment, so all I have is a yoga mat and some resistance bands. So if you have that, that's great. If you don't have that, then that's fine, because you don't need, you know, weights or anything to get a good workout in. You can just use your own body weight, and that's been doing it for me. Like I've done some really tough workouts, and I feel like my core has never been so engaged before. So that is really important, is just to like keep yourself moving. And I feel like I definitely can struggle with this sometimes, especially when the weather is not so good. Like today it's been snowing and now it is finally raining. So it's been a very like dark day, and you can probably tell like my room is usually super light, but it's really dark. We haven't seen the sun all day. So yeah, that was definitely tough for me. But I think if you've just got to push yourself, you know, you've just got to like get up and just do it, because I could have easily sat on the couch and watched movies, but I'm trying to keep myself going so that when it gets to nighttime, I can do that and use that as my time to relax. So that's kind of how I keep my day like structured. So yeah. So the third tip I have is sit on the rooftop / open windows for fresh air. And I think this is really important. It kind of goes along with what I was saying in the first point, like you need fresh air. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to feel sick and just gross and just all you know, boxed in inside. So I always let all the windows open if it's a nice day and just let all of that fresh air in. And even just sitting in like your bedroom with the sun coming in and the fresh air just makes you feel like you're almost outside. Like it makes you feel really happy. And then we're very fortunate to have a rooftop as well as like a little garden for us to like sit in our apartment building. So I would suggest if you guys have that, and if you see that no one else is there, definitely go and use it. I know for Justin and I, like we often go and sit on the rooftop, we have a drink, or we just watch the sun go down or something like that if the weather is nice enough. So we've been doing that a lot, and no one else is up there because everyone else is in their apartment, and it just gets you more fresh air and it's just like really nice and switches up your day. So yeah. Okay, so number 4 is read a book. So I think this should be used as like a time to do things you never have time to do. I always like to tell myself that I never have time to read any books because I'm too busy, but in reality, I know if I just like prioritized my time and made time to read a book, even if it was for like half an hour before I went to bed, like that would be the perfect timing to do it. But instead, I like to watch movies and TV and that kind of thing because I'm not into reading books as much. I do like to read kind of the more self-help books. So these are like a few that I've read / ones that I'm going to read. So this is one I read in the summer, so it just shows how often I really don't read. So yeah, but I love this book, and it was by Rachel Hollis, and it is Girls Stop Apologizing, a shame-free plan for embracing and achieving your goals. And yeah, I really love this book. I flew through it. I could not put it down, and it's not that big of a book, so it's really manageable, and it's good like light reading and really gets you motivated. So I loved that book. This is the book that I'm reading at the moment, and it is called You Are a Badass: How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life by Jen Sincero. So yeah, this is the one that I've been reading forever. I started reading this in December when I went to Cancun. It is March, I'm officially halfway, so it's definitely taking me longer to do this one, but I feel like I like to read more in the summer. So yeah, I did read a bit on spring break, and I probably have like 100 pages to go or something like that. So that is the one that I'm reading right now, and this just gives me something to do, you know, other than like watching TV or on my phone. It just gives my eyes a rest. And so this is something that I really love to enjoy when I have like the windows open on like a sunny day or up on the rooftop. I feel like that is just like the ultimate like vibe, and it's like really nice. It makes it kind of feel like summer, even though it's totally not summer in Connecticut. And then this is the next one. This is one that I will definitely be reading in the summer. Justin is actually reading this book right now, and I actually bought it for him, but I am definitely going to read it as well. So it is called The Defining Decade: Why Your 20s Matter and How to Make the Most of Them by Meg J. So this is it right here. I got all of these, actually I got these from Target, and I got this one from Amazon. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking up like a good book, something to just do in your spare time. Like you don't have to read it all, but something to just do when you need to give your eyes a break from all of the technology and kind of just like put yourself into your own little world. So these are some of my favorites. Okay, so another thing that Justin and I have been doing is finding things to do like with each other. So whether it's, you know, playing a game, whether it's like a video game, a board game, or just even asking each other questions. Like we found these like couple websites where just like little questionnaires where you can ask your partner like questions, which we already know like quite a bit about each other since we lived together and we've been dating for, you know, over a year and everything. So yeah, we definitely know quite a bit about each other, but we did ask each other some of the different questions, you know, like, you know, what was your first opinion about me? Like, what's the thing you like about me the most, or something like that. Or like name your favorite time together. Like you can make up your own questions, but there are sites like that. And then a lot of the like, what would you do if you were in this situation? So one day we kind of just like were online and asking each other a bunch of questions, and it made the time fly by, so that was good. And then Justin bought GTA on his PlayStation, and I don't play video games at all, but he's kind of been doing that to keep himself busy. So yeah, I definitely tried to play that the other day, and I'm absolutely awful, but it definitely was fun. And I also have a Wii, so I definitely want to go and play Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart. I'm like really, really competitive and really, really good at it. So yeah, I kind of like beat everyone, and that's not me. That's me being a little cocky, but yeah, I definitely need to play that. Maybe Jay and I will play that tonight. That might be fun as like a couple. I think if you are quarantining with someone, it makes it so much more fun than if you're on your own. Like, you know, it's nice to just have like a partner or a brother or sister that you can do things with, because they understand like what you're going through. So you guys can like play games and do stuff like that. And if you have any board games, you guys can do that. Card games, like there's so many things that you can do. So that is what we have been doing. So we've been trying to like just do things together, just to kind of spend time together. And I guess, you know, use this as a time just to spend time and use it almost like a little staycation kind of thing. You just have to like put your mind into a different perspective and not be like, oh, this is really depressing, like I can't leave my house. Like, no, you can leave your house, but you know, do it for like a walk where you don't see anyone, and you know, still keep your distance if you do see someone. So just be smart about it. So yeah, and it's not that bad. I feel like the days have kind of been flying by. Like I was kind of like almost self-quarantining before they actually told us we had to. So I've been self-quarantining for probably like 2 weeks now. So this will be my 3rd week starting today. So yeah, yeah, so it's not too bad. Sometimes it sucks, but you just kind of have to, again, like just pretend you're on a holiday or something like that, and just try and do things to keep you busy, which is definitely what you need to be doing. Another thing that we've been doing is finding a good show to binge watch, or a movie or something like that. So I wanted to list some of my favorites. I'm sure you've watched a lot of these ones that I'm about to mention, but I'm going to mention them anyway. So these are really great shows that I love to binge watch, and they're shows that I can watch over and over again. So a few of them are You, Gossip Girl, How I Met Your Mother, I love that one. The Office, I'm currently rewatching that like right now. I just started that like the other day. Parks and Rec, that's a classic. Gilmore Girls, stuff like that. Like those kind of shows are like the shows that I can watch like 7 times and not be bored. And then a few movies that we've been watching recently was Spenser Confidential. That's the one with like Mark Wahlberg, and they're in Boston, which is kind of cool. And then About Time. This is one of my favorite movies. About Time is just like, you've got to be prepared to cry, because it's such like a good message, and you're just gonna absolutely bawl your eyes out. Both Justin and I were crying, and it was just like, it's a really good movie. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's amazing. And then another one, Life of Pets 2. I love Life of Pets. It's such a cute little kids movie. He's Not That Into You. What else did we watch? Oh, and Hitch. We watched that not that long ago, and that's a great one. And then obviously, you know, you can spend your time on YouTube as well. So if you want to binge watch a few people, these are my favorite YouTubers. So some of them are Maggie MacDonald, Jessica Howel, Julia, and Hunter. They're a couple, and they're really cute. Sarah's Day, I love her. She has this little boy called Fox, and he's like the cutest thing in the world and really makes me want a baby. Tara Michelle, she has like really crazy stories about her neighbor, and like that's really all I watch her for, is like the gossip with her neighbor. It's kind of funny. It's like really crazy. Julia Kristine, she's really sweet. Rachel Ratke and Lily Rakow, I'd say those are the people that I'm watching like right now. So those are my most watched at this current time. So just another thing I wrote down is just do stuff to make you happy, like whatever it is. I know for me, I love a good bubble bath. I love that. So that's something like that. Even fake tanning, like the other day, like I look really white because I have this bright light on me, but the other day I did fake tan just a little, even though like I'm not leaving the house, like no one's gonna see me, but it's just something that makes me feel really good, and it makes me feel like I put like effort in. You know, if you are someone who likes to do their hair or makeup, then go ahead and do it, because it makes life feel more normal. I actually haven't put makeup on in a really long time. Like I'm super bare skin in this video, but that's just because I'm trying to keep my skin like really clear, and I just don't wear makeup really anymore. I haven't really been doing my hair, which you can probably tell. But yeah, one thing I have been doing is just keeping up with fake tanning, just because it makes me feel, you know, like my best. It makes me feel toned. So even though no one's gonna see it, you know, just do whatever you want to do for yourself, whether it's painting your nails or something like that. Okay, so another thing is learn something new. So for me, I have been spending some of my time learning Google AdWords. So that's a certificate that's going to help me when I'm out of college. It's kind of all about like how to post ads on Google and kind of like search engine optimization. If you're a marketing major, your teachers probably speak about this all the time, and it's actually something that you can take for free. So it's just so yeah, it's through Google, and it's their own like certification, and almost I'd say every marketing company knows what that is, and I think it's going to be something really important to have on my resume. So that's something I started doing on spring break, was that. And yeah, I want to continue doing more of those certifications, but some of them are kind of expensive. Some of the social media ones you do have to pay for, but if this is something that you want to do, you know, figure out if there's something that you want to do. Maybe it's a certification that you can do online, and then I would definitely do that. I know there are sites like Skillshare where you can learn how to do things, and I know you can, I'm pretty sure you can get 2 months for free right now with like no commitment or something like that. So I would look into that as well. But for me, that's kind of what I've been doing because it's for my major. So yeah. Okay. Another thing is cook something you normally wouldn't have time for. So I am not a cook whatsoever, but with this whole quarantine thing, I've really been trying to cook more and just kind of teach myself, since we have so much free time right now. So literally last week Justin made banana bread, and he did the same thing today, so we have more banana bread now. So if you're someone who likes to bake, you can definitely go ahead and do that. I personally don't really like to bake, but I have been trying to just like try things that I wouldn't normally try to cook for dinner and stuff like that. Usually because Justin's like the main chef. But yeah, my parents came over just before this whole quarantine thing, and I made them like rice paper rolls, and that was amazing. And that's something I've never done, because it wasn't even hard, but it was more just like, it's something I haven't done before, and it's just a little bit fancier. So yeah, I'll insert photos of everything, but yeah, it was really good. So I did that. And then the other night I attempted my first green Thai curry with salmon, and it was so good. And Justin had never had Thai food before, and he loved it. And yeah, so just, you know, try something different. Even if it takes a while, like who cares? You've got all the time in the world. So yeah, and honestly, that was a really easy recipe, and we just found it off, what was it? I can't remember right now, but I'll leave it below. So yeah, another thing I wrote down was FaceTime family and friends. Everyone's really quarantined right now, so especially if you're quarantined on your own, like you live in your own apartment or something like that, you know, definitely FaceTime your friends. You know, they're probably lonely as well. I FaceTimed my sister the other day. She just finished basic training from the Air Force, so she FaceTimed me this morning at like 6:45 in the morning. But yeah, it was just nice to catch up with her. So, you know, you can still hang out with friends, but you can do like a virtual hangout. I've seen people doing that all the time. So that is something you can do. And then another thing that I haven't done, which I definitely am going to really soon, is use this time to spring clean and organize. That is something I really need to do, because I want to go through all of these cupboards and throw out any junk, put things on Poshmark. It's another way that you can earn some money during this time, and just really make your place feel like clean. And Justin and I definitely have been cleaning more, but I just want to go through these cupboards and kind of like tear everything apart and just like put everything back and have everything just really organized, and that always makes you feel like really accomplished. So that's something that I'm going to set aside to do. Maybe this weekend I'll do it, so I'll see. And then the very last thing I put was just to start something you've always wanted to do. So use this extra time as something to, you know, put your energy into something that you normally don't do, or something that you've always wanted to do. And, you know, you can always try new things. Doesn't matter if you fail, because at least you know you tried. So if you're someone who really has always wanted to start a YouTube channel, you know, go ahead and do that. Just make your first video. Like, my first few videos were absolutely awful, and I'm sure I'm still not amazing right now, but definitely just put yourself out there. Just do something out of your comfort zone. If you're someone who really likes to write, maybe start a blog or something like that. It doesn't even have to be related to, you know, the internet. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, whether, I don't know, I can't think of anything, but if there is something you've always wanted to do, like you've always wanted to start scrapbooking. That was really random, but if you've always wanted to do it, then just, you know, start doing that. You know, print out pictures, you know, paste them together, just spend your time doing something you've always wanted to do. Maybe it's creative, and that's amazing, you know, because we have all this free time to do stuff that we always say we're too busy for. So yeah, anyway, I feel like I've been speaking for a long time, and yeah, I kind of just wanted to, you know, let you guys know some of the things that I've been doing to keep my life kind of normal and everything like that. And I still do my daily routine. Like, I make sure I do things that I would normally do in quarantine, and then the extra time I have stuff to do, I kind of do these activities. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. So yeah, if you guys have any tips on like what you've been doing that I haven't mentioned, definitely leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them, and I'm sure everyone else would love to know what you're doing. So yeah, let me know. And other than that, I will see you guys all on Friday's video. Bye guys.